Alright, is this up and running? Alright, hey. So, I'm filling in for Donovan. Today is on Blue-Red Delver with a very interesting list, and I'm hoping you guys will like it. Donovan and I discussed this at length. Dreadhorde Arcanist. It's whenever it attacks, you get to flashback a spell with CMC 1, at least in this deck. Which turns out to be pretty good in a lot of cases. We also have a Saheeli in this deck. We're just trying out some more of the Spark cards. Narset is going to be... she's just really good. We have Sudden Demise. As always, you can find reruns on the same channel. You can also check us out on YouTube. You can donate if you feel like it. And we also have a TCG player where you can get anything you'd like. Card game related. Might be a little slow on getting you those test foil Gaia's Cradles. It'll be fine. But, Blue-Red Delver, very fun deck. I'm sorry if you guys didn't get enough of Donovan. Having just moved, his whole setup isn't quite going the best right now, but it's alright. Soon he will be back, but tonight, you're gonna have to deal with me. I'm sorry. I know it's somewhat disappointing. Now the question is, how can I get this set so that the stream title is correct? Alright. So let's see, what do we got? Let's go first. This feels fine. Let's see, do I want to keep this? I'm going to keep. We'll see. We are on a lot of red sources, and this is a pretty aggressive hand. We also have a Wasteland. So we're pretty interactive. It isn't obviously optimal because we don't have another cantrip instead of, say, Lightning Bolt. But if we get one, I think we're in a very good spot. There's a decent argument that this hand was too greedy of a keep, but that's okay. Greed is good. So says the internet. Yeah. War of the Spark, kind of wild for Legacy. But we're about to get something that chances are will be just as, if not more wild, in the form of Modern Horizons. I don't know what cards are going to see a ton of Legacy play, but I can pull up one of them that will right this moment. This is going to see a ton of Legacy play. This card in Agrolome, ridiculous. Super loamable. Just great card. Horizon Canopy, pretty important in Legacy and a lot of decks. This enables more lists that use it. Okay. Hopefully... worst case. So we have to have the Delver in hand to be able to force with. So they reanimate that, they go to 6. We can... We're more or less up a creek without a paddle here. Because we don't have any interaction at the moment. And they're going to animate that. Now what might happen is they might pay the life. They did not. Okay, Narset, really good here. Tormod's, really good here. Surgical, still really good here. Cards that are not good here. Well, Chain Lightning is probably okay. Saheeli and True Names, not the best. Cratermaker, pretty bad. Pyro is meh. I think I'm going to cut a Dreadhorde, actually. We'll run it like this. We don't need actually a whole ton of threats to close out a game. Against them, we mostly just need to not lose. Because if we can get into our answers, it doesn't matter if we aren't putting in a particularly aggressive clock up. Actually, we'll put a young Pyro back in. Yeah. All in all, Blue-Red Delver. It's a fun deck. Is it the best deck in the format? No. But okay. Oi. What's taking them so long? We can trim a Wasteland, actually, because we don't really need all these Wastelands against a deck that's not going to have too many basic lands to play anyway. It means that... Yes, we'd like to play first. Keep. This is a very, very good opening. We'll grab a Volk, cast a Ponder. I should have actually left that second from the top, but I was being stupid. That's alright, though. They normally aren't on any sort of... Okay. So, the reason I am doing this is because when Wasteland is good, it is very good. For instance, here, when they obviously are trying to look for something, like, even if looting is their main way of getting things into the yard, this is not a comfortable position for them to be in. Yeah, I'm about this. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for some Blue-Red Delver action. This, one of my favorite decks. Delver is one of my favorite cards. Goes fast, gets people dead. Feel very good about having them cut off on... Gosh, Tormod's Crypt is just such a beating for these decks. And that's pretty nice. I like beating on Reanimator. Let's just play this in Pyro in case they have an Abrade they're gonna cast. Or something. I don't know. Some lists can be a little weird. By playing a card before attacking, it makes them think it is possible, or by playing it, it's sort of like a, they might have a daze play. It's not the best thing in the world, but it is a thing. Alright, let's see. What have you got for me? Okay, so probably an Entomb in hand. Solid start against Reanimator. Nope. Alright. Let's give this another run back. Hopefully we get them with something similar to that. That'd be kind of the best case scenario. I don't know how I feel about Price of Progress right now, because with Death and Taxes and blue-white decks being like the best in the format, it can be a little awkward. How fast can I hit Mulligan? Pretty fast, but... Hopefully no turn 1 Grizzlebrand. It's gonna be a turn 1 Grizzlebrand. God, I hate Reanimator. Ugh. Vapor snag off the top or we lose? Reanimator is such a disgusting deck. I hate this card. But the London Mulligan, it was fine because it was like, whatever. You have your dumb draw 14 in one turn. That's okay, I guess. So it literally has Vapor Snag off the top or we lose. We dead. I'm a grumpy boy. I'm a real grumpy boy when I see that. Oh, wait. I can just look at the list here. Sudden Demise is a very cool card. I wish we were playing against matches where it's useful. Yeah. Not black-red. Draw all of the cards in the world. I want to see how good Dreadhorde is. Like, that's why I'm here. Because I want to know about if that's worthwhile. Okay, let's see. Turn 2, we get a Dreadhorde to flashback our Brainstorm. Which is kind of nice because it means we get to use this Brainstorm aggressively to be able to hit our threats that we need. Sorry guys, I'm a little sleepy. Please. What is taking so long, Bardarama? Let's do a Brainstorm. I don't want this Wasteland in my hand anymore. This Dreadhorde feels kind of weird. That's not bad. So I think that's how I want to stack that. Let's run out Dreadhorde. Next turn, if we can get a Saheeli out there, make a copy. How much do I need this to resolve? I don't. Threat evaluation is so different when you're playing Blue-Red Delver, because what you normally prioritize in Grixis or in Bug are these like big sticky threats, but with Blue-Red you're just that's a Gurmag. That sucks. Type moments. Why are we on wooded foothills instead of another blue fetch? I always just want the ability to fetch basics whenever I can. And this list does not afford us that. Oh, that was a screw up. I really need this to live because I really need to deal with the insectile aberration. We really needed to be able to get an island off that stupid wooded foothills. Frequently an issue that happens when you are on Blue-Red Delver is you're just like this. This stinks. Land. I see. Don't foresee us recovering from this one. At least not in any reasonable time frame. Where did I set my water bottle? Well, hopefully. Nice. So yep. feel better about ourselves. Okay. Yeah, we're dead. This is a lot of cards to bring in. But goodbye, Vapor Snag. You are not a card I want to see in this matchup. We can trim some preordains because we run a lot of cantrips. I think we want the Saheeli. Might only want 2 Dreadhordes. I'm going to be right back after I get my water bottle because I need water or I will not be able to continue talking. There we go. Alright, hey everybody. We are going to continue the awesome adventure into Blue-Red Delver. A foray, even. Island Delver Pass. This seems pretty solid as a start. It is very Delver. So, the key to this matchup is mostly who can get their Pyroblasts. And a basic... Ooh, bold move. It means he more than likely has another land. Because otherwise he wouldn't fetch that, because the reason you fetch a Volk or any duel in a Delver Mirror is so that your opponent almost always will have to wasteland you in order just to be able to play tempo efficiently. Which means this is sort of a very elaborate bait, but kind of have to run into it. We'll see if we can hit a daze, because if we can daze the Pyroblast, that would be... good. Pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take a... Yeah. No, that's... Get to play another Delver anyway, knowing it will flip. We have a Wasteland for their next Valk. This puts us pretty ahead of them on tempo advantage, and that's all we really care about, because unless we're playing like a true name, Now, it's important to note that I'm going to Wasteland them before I cast this Brainstorm during my turn, because we can't give them a point to have priority to cast a spell, or they will daze us before we can Brainstorm, or before we can Wasteland, because returning it to hand is a cost. So we go to Brainstorm, they daze us. We feel silly with this Wasteland. Okay, beat in. Water is the most powerful beverage. Can confirm. Do you know why? It's because of this. It's because of the beauty of islands. They produce blue mana with water. Alright. The gradual face kick. Let's see if we can get... Even a Wasteland would be fine. Next turn, we get to run out a Narset, and then I think we're done. Pooh. I wanted to, like, go absolute most style on them possible. Going second, Narset feels a bit, ambitious. Saheeli doesn't seem too bad. And Dreadhorde and Preordain. Days, I want to leave some number in because it means that you can end up responding to, say, them Wastelanding you, Lightning Bolt their guy, days in response. Retaining priority, 2 days. That's not actually that bad. That's pretty good. We'll leave one Narset. Just because I like her. She's cool. She locks out the game. Last one, it would have been correct not to play Narset, but a true name, but I really just want to have more opportunities to play with cards from War of the Spark. Just whatever cool things are there, I want to play with. I have a Tribal Liliana deck that I really need to give a try. Now, I'm going to pull up a card that I know has legacy potential. Well, I guess I'm technically pulling up a few cards that I know have legacy potential. This boy. This card is going to be a house in Elves. Instead of getting hosed by Chalice on one, nah, stop that shit. And then go off. This deals with Chalice, it deals with a lot of different effects that can be just annoying. And you're on a Glimpse of Nature deck, so the card loss that you experience isn't going to be quite as severe as what a lot of blue decks undergo. Because Brainstorm gives you an advantage. It gives you virtual card advantage in the form of selection. The problem with virtual card advantage is that it isn't actually card advantage. You can't always just capitalize on the fact that, oh, I have all the cards I want. Well, what about needing to have cards you don't want? Ones that you can use for Force of Will or the MacGuffin. You can't pitch to MacGuffin when you don't actually have the cards to use for it. It's like just having credit and no cash. It can be nice, but it is not necessarily always convenient. A good example of actual card advantage is Factor Fiction. Factor Fiction gives you more cards than just Factor Fiction itself. Brainstorm, Brainstorm gives you virtual card advantage. A lot of virtual card advantage, but not necessarily enough to offset the cost of playing Force of Will. Force of Vigor, on the other hand, is being run in a deck that has lots of real card advantage. That makes it pretty above cut in a lot of cases. Another card that I am very excited about is Prismatic Vista. This card is more or less what a lot of Legacy decks needed, that were sort of on the cusp, because basics in Legacy are very, very powerful. They can be wastelanded, they dodge Price Progress, they dodge back to basics, they dodge Blood Moon. That is definitely worth a lot. But there was never any really good way of capitalizing on it. Prismatic Vista, however, I had to throw that first one back because we need to fetch Basic Mountain, and then we don't have any plays past turn 2. Alright. Island Delver Pass. Okay. Prismatic Vista. Let's keep going there. Mono Red Eldrazi. Now you may have seen the lists that were posted from the Mythic Championship. There's a Mono Red Eldrazi list that was it had Blood Moons, it had all this stuff. But there are no really good colorless sources of mana to dodge Blood Moon outside of Wastes. Problem: you can't necessarily get Wastes with ease. Prismatic Vista lets you fetch Wastes, or say Island, Mountain. I think that's going to be a big paradigm shift for Modern, where you see Eldrazi decks be able to run multiple colors much more easily. Force. You know what? I will take it. We know 2 cards. Island Force. If I'm going to brainstorm, deciding when is the difficult bit. Not the best in the world. Ugh. Kill me. Like, legitimately, just kill me, because I can't do anything this turn. Well. Yeah, this is gonna bite. We are going to be dead here. Hold on just a moment. Hey everybody. I'm starting to get a bit of a migraine, and I'm not necessarily feeling up to finishing this league, and we're already out of prizing. Dreadhorde, we didn't get any of the matchups where it really excels. That is to say, like against any of the taxes lists or any of the ones where, or like miracles, any control lists. We ended up encountering a lot of. We encountered combo and we encountered another blue-red deck where they'll just bolt down our Dreadhordes no matter what we do. That's not necessarily a good test run or indicator, but it also shows that the format isn't exactly friendly to cards with that are 1/3s. On the other hand, I don't know if this list is optimal for it because of the wastelands. The wastelands mean that instead of having a higher density of 1-drops like Chain Lightning, you end up with a lot more sort of fluff. Now, I may be wrong, but I would like to give a list like this another try, probably Thursday. I still want to do my Jund stream this week. My modern Jund stream. I know it's modern. It's not Legacy. I know you all love Legacy because Legacy is the best format, and if you disagree, please change your mind. It's so fun. But that is neither here nor there. When I do stream Jund, probably Thursday, I also intend to have a makeup stream for Blue-Red. If people were interested in that, it would be nice. Just to finish this up. Alternatively, we'll just we'll wing it. We'll figure out what's happening then. But for right now, I need to go take something, probably a lot of Tylenol, and I will see you all later. Tune in, not chime in, tomorrow to watch Legacy Jund, Thursday to watch, Green White Taxes with new Vivian Reed, really cool card. And then Friday, I believe we have Burn and Humans. I don't think you're ready for Humans. Spoiler, it's the most Ravnica deck possible. It's just... it's very silly. But on that note, good night, everybody. Hope you have a good one.